Off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Hall again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hall again on second down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. got a man. It's Judy complete. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Pop a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. Open man here is Conklin. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On second down, Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make the play.
Touchdown, Broncos! Albert O, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. All again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 20. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And pass complete to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This is caught. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Wilson on first down. This pass out wide to Hall. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hall on a give up the middle, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Okay, great.
Here's Wilson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 3rd down here. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Jeudy. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick-6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Rookie Jermaine Johnson going all the way from Last Chance U to now dropping NFL quarterbacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Ready?
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, his throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Jets on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Here's Wilson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing now is Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Nice. Well-coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Wilson to throw. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, or they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down, because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first.
Yeah, all right, my